I can't believe I'm about to film this video. How are we here? How did this happen? How did I trick people into thinking that I could do this? So the exciting news that I want to share with you today is... Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Jananie, and this is my silly little channel that I started way back in 2017 when I was depressed and wanted to talk about books with people online. Over the past 6 years, over countless hours, over hundreds of videos, I've talked about my love of reading and of books. I grew up as a kid who always wanted to escape into the pages of a book, and I never really had that many people around me in my real life who wanted to talk about books the way I did. And starting my channel gave me this incredible outlet, and I'm so incredibly grateful to each and every one of you, whether you've been here from day one or if you've just recently subscribed. All of you watching here, liking, commenting, and subscribing has made so many different opportunities possible for me over the years, and the one that I'm going to be talking about today is probably the most exciting one that I'll ever talk about. I've been sitting on this news for like a month now, and it's honestly just been such a surreal experience. I can't believe that I'm in the position to be doing this today. So without further ado, the exciting news that I have to share with you today is that I'm going to be publishing my first ever book with my imprint, Boundless Press, in spring/summer 2025. So some of you may remember that several months ago I put up this video where I announced that I had joined this startup called Bindery. For those of you who are unfamiliar, Bindery is essentially Patreon plus publishing. Like Patreon for the cost of a latte, my Bindery members get to support me and my channel, and they get access to all of this exclusive and extra content from me. This includes weekly journal entries where I tell you what I'm doing, my personal thoughts and feelings, and what I'm watching. It includes Zoom hangouts with me and other members, and it includes extra exclusive videos and extended cuts of some of my videos as well. My Bindery members are essentially the insiders of my community, and they get to help shape my channel and the content that I'm bringing to you. So that's the Patreon side of Bindery, but the other side of it is publishing. So of the subscription fee that my Bindery members pay, half of that actually goes towards building up my publishing imprint, Boundless Press. And it helps me acquire books from real authors who are trying to get their work out there into the world and who may not have been able to get a deal with a traditional publisher. Through my imprint, I acquired their books, and then they'll go through an editorial process, and then they'll actually get published out into the world. And the best part of all of this is that my Bindery members get the full behind the scenes on the entire process. So as I said, I've been sitting on this news for a month, but my Bindery members have actually gotten the full behind the scenes on this entire process, and they have known what's going on all this time. They've gotten to see the multiple episodes of the submissions process where I went through all of the manuscripts that were submitted to my imprint for publishing, and where I tried to find the diamond in the rough, the one book that I wanted to publish. Guys, there's something about this book gripped me from like page one. I have gotten much further into the book and I am loving it. I have finished our front runner novel and I have some thoughts. I think I would be happy offering on this book. I'm gonna be devastated if we offer and the author like rejects it, but it's fine. So from here, you'll talk to... I will go to them, make an offer. And in about 25 minutes, I am gonna be meeting with the author. I'm like semi-shaking because this is like so nerve-inducing. Honestly, a dream come true to be even on this call with you. What's gonna be most significant for you, I guess, is like, as opposed to a traditional publisher where they're kind of like one and done, this will be a continuous thing for me. Dust Settles North was just so lovely, and it was one of the submissions that just stood out really like incredibly for me. Now, my Bindery members know that I had some trouble along the way, but a couple months ago, after going through so many different manuscripts that weren't necessarily clicking for me, I finally stumbled upon the manuscript that I knew I needed to publish. From chapter one, this book gripped to me like none of the other manuscripts had before. The characters and their voice and their beautiful writing instantly drew me in, and I knew that this was the book that needed to be published. Now, as soon as I knew I was falling in love with this book, I posted an excerpt of it on my Bindery community feed for my members to read and weigh in on whether they think I should publish the book. And very luckily, my Bindery members really loved it as well. And after some discussions with the Bindery team and on the editorial process, we actually went out and offered on the book. I am so pleased, honored, and excited to announce that Boundless Press, my imprint, will be publishing Dust Settles North by Dina El-Ganaidi in spring/summer 2025. I seriously think I might just cry. Okay, I've already waxed poetic about how excited I am to be in this position to be publishing this book, but now let's actually talk about the book. Essentially, we follow our two main characters, Hannah and Zane. They are siblings. Their mother has just died and her funeral is in Egypt. And the book is set in post-revolutionary Cairo in 2012, and we're following them as they are dealing with their grief. In specific, Hannah decides to stay in Egypt and she forgoes her spot at Columbia Law and decides that she's gonna just figure out throughout her life in Egypt and try to learn more about her mother and her mother's life prior to her mother's marriage with Hannah's father. Amidst this, Hannah juggles with some romantic relationships, and she also cuts ties with her father after she learns an unforgivable secret. And then the other perspective that we have is obviously Zane, her older brother, who actually goes back to America, and he finds himself dealing with this grief in a very self-destructive way. And as his personal and professional relationships start to unravel, he starts to think that he might be just like his father. Although we're having these two characters and their perspectives, the book also weaves in memories from their childhood. And throughout the book, the characters are sort of questioning their national, cultural, and religious identities. They're coming to terms with their identities as Egyptian Americans, as Muslims, and the concept of what it means to be a good Muslim person also comes up. And then later in the book, we also see Zane and Hannah's stories converge as they meet back up in Egypt, and they try to find a way to push forward through their grief and also towards a more hopeful future for Egypt. I hope that was a good summary because I'm just so excited about this book. I'm so excited that it's going to be in your hands next year in spring, summer 2025. I will announce the actual release date in the months to come, and this book will be available as a physical book, as an ebook, and hopefully also as an audiobook. It'll be in bookstores around the world, and I cannot wait for all of you to see it and get it and borrow it from the library and read it and love it. So yeah, obviously you can support me and this book and also get to read this book by just grabbing the book or borrowing it from your library as soon as it comes out in 2025. It'll also be available for pre-order sometime soon, so I'll post that link for all of you so you can go pre-order it. Pre-ordering really helps the life of a book. It tells the retailers and sellers of the book that there is a lot of interest for this book and that they should get more copies and put more of them in their stores. So I really hope that those of you who have the means will be able to pre-order it, and for those of you who don't, I hope you'll be able to just like request it from your library and support in that way. Now, for those of you who simply cannot wait until spring summer 2025, you can actually go join my Bindery community. The link is down below. For the price of a latte, you can get access to all of the previous videos that I've done on the submissions process, and then also future videos that I do about this entire publishing process. There's already an excerpt of the book up on my Bindery community feed, and I'll also be sharing the cover early and other aspects of the publishing process along the way. Now, in addition to that, you may notice that there are two different tiers on my Bindery community. So if you're part of the inner circle tier, you'll get an ebook of the book that we're going to be publishing, and also future ones that we may publish as well. Now, if you join the higher tier, the associate publisher tier, you'll actually get some even better perks. Rather than an ebook copy of the to be published books, you'll actually get early print copies of those books. So you'll get an early print copy of Dust Settles North. And in addition to that, you'll also get your name put on a thank you page in the book and all other to be published books coming down the pipeline. This means that you'll actually get to see your name in the book when it's out there in the world in 2025. You'll have had a hand in actually putting this book out into the world, and of course we want to thank you for that. Obviously everyone's means and capacity is going to be different, so I just hope that you can support in any way that you can. Every bit of support that we get is going to make this book a success, and the more of a success this book is, the more of an opportunity I have to publish more books with Boundless Press. So whether you're joining my Bindery community, or you're pre-ordering the book, or you're grabbing the book when it comes out, or you're requesting it from the library, or if you're even just adding the book on Goodreads or following the author, all of this is going to help. Again, none of this would be possible without all of you here, so I'm so grateful. I'm going to leave more information about Dust Settles North down below, the deal announcement, and more about the author. So please go check out those links, support where you can, and help me amplify this story. Obviously, there's so much more information to come over the next month, so even if you're not joining my Bindery community, you can also just go join as a follower for free, and you'll get some public updates about some major milestones in the process. Again, thank you guys so much. I'm so happy that we're able to do this. I'm so happy to get Boundless Press off the ground, and I'm so excited for you to read Dust Settles North next year. Okay, that's it from me. Thank you so much to my Bindery members for supporting me and my channel and making all of this possible. And if you haven't already, go check out my Instagram, Goodreads, and TikTok down below if you want to get regular updates from me, including updates on the publishing process for Dust Settles North. Okay, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!